Hello everyone.
Hi.
I thought Pastor Mike would be talking about Hosea because that's what I saw on the website like a week ago. But anyway, he spoke about Israel. As you know, Israel chosen by God to be an example to the nations in the past that they failed. So I quote a verse in Hosea, then Hosea 2 verse 8 for the message today. So we read in Hosea 2 verse 8, she, referring to Israel, has not acknowledged that I was the one who gave her the grain, the new wine, and oil, who lavished on her the silver and gold which they used for Baal. So silver and gold, you know, Baal is an idol. They thought that they believed that because the Canaanites also believe in Baal as a god of fertility, like good crops would come from Baal. So when Israelites had good crops, they attributed to Baal, and they made probably literally idols of silver and gold. And they forgot that their harvest was due to God's intervention. And I remember when I was young, because we were farmers by profession. My father was a farmer. We farmed rice land, and because our land is not irrigated because there's no source, so we just depend on the rain. And the harvest would depend on the right amount of rain at the right time. And when it's about to harvest, we hope that there will be no rain because it would damage the crops. And I was telling my grandkids sometimes, and I just tell them, wash the dishes. It's like sort of hesitant to do it. I tell them when I was young, I go to the farm, plant rice almost the whole day. And in the evening, because we also had a fish pond, I have to paddle my way because there's no motorboat at the time. Those having motorboats are a little bit higher, richer in life, but we just paddle a boat. Sometimes with me and my mother, because at that time my father's already old, a boat, or me and my younger brother, right? And sometimes the wind is so strong, so it's hard. So just to show you just to tell them how hard life was. And in America, kids just always play, and it's different. We cannot blame them because there's no farm to work on. So here in Hosea 2 verse 8, God like condemning or telling the Israelites that you had this good harvest because of me, but they forgot about God. And a sense of ingratitude, like not giving honor to God who is the giver of abundance. And just like the king Nebuchadnezzar in Daniel 4, didn't need to go there, but he had this dream, and Daniel interpreted the dream that this tree will become great, that God allowed Nebuchadnezzar to be powerful, rich, and he should acknowledge God as the source of the blessing. And then, after a year, when the dream, as you know the story, was passed, and Nebuchadnezzar looked at his power and his glory and all the possessions that he had, he said, is this because of my power and everything? And at that time, because you know the story, that when he said that, Nebuchadnezzar became a wild animal and took her like him, brothers should say. But 7 years, when he returned to his senses and acknowledged God as the source. So to us, or even to Israel then, they forgot what Deuteronomy 8 verse 17 says. In Deuteronomy 8 verse 17, we read here, you may say to yourself, again to the people of Israel, and me to us also even today, my power and strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. Verse 18, but remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms His covenant which He swore to your forefathers as it is today. So God is the source. You like say, I am talented, but where did our talent come from? It comes from God, as you know. And sometimes, people are tempted, especially the rich. Of course, there's Like, no, I cannot find anybody who is like very rich today here in this congregation. Outside, I don't know if there's someone here who is very rich. But God has a warning on those who are rich, or I don't know, for the young ones, young people here in the future, you become so rich. And remember this admonition from the Apostle Paul in the book of Timothy 6:17. He said, command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant. Arrogance. Sometimes when people are rich, the arrogance comes. And I've seen that, when I was working in the Philippines, I see these rich people, and even religious leaders, because they are so great. They have so many members and they have millions of money. They have a sense of arrogance the way they walk. They look at people like, it's, where did those wealth come from? I'm just telling myself, to these people acting like they are gods because of the enormous wealth that they have acquired. So the wealth which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. And as we see now, it's hard to be rich, but it's hard also to be poor. So it's like in between. That's what we saw when we can read in Proverbs. So in giving offerings today, some of us are blessed. Some of us may not be. We don't have the financial resources to give much. But we can offer also ourselves. The job now of believers or Christians is to share the word. We don't think that they should come to the church, but they should find Jesus Christ in their lives. And that's been I have not thought about that many years ago, and it just popped up. It just happened about 2 years ago, and this opportunities come for us to do this. So it is just probably an offering, because it also involves a little expense. So we can do this offering by ourselves. It doesn't need us to be ordained, because anybody can preach Christ to others, and that's what we should be doing. So in this afternoon, then we should take the offering, remembering that God is love and God provides for our needs. Let's take now the offering.